program is a great way to aid and address students' language skill deficits or deficiency. In our case study entitled A Case Study on Specific Language Difficulties, Their Causes and Solutions, Implication to Language Instruction. Jet is an 18 years old who was already a grade 7 student in Infanta National High School. Undeniably, he has a low intellect because even if he was already in grade 7, however, he can still read properly and was being confused by P, Q, D, and B letters. It is said that Jet was a premature baby when he was born. He was sickly and suffers convulsion when he was still young. Due to his illness, he was not sent at school in a proper age and was left behind by his supposedly batch. Because when you are a grade 7 student, you are expected to be a 13 or 12 years old, but Jet is already 18. I wonder why he was already a grade 7 student but still can't read. Is it because the teachers only let him to pass because they think he will enhance his ability and knowledge in the next years? Or they only consider his situation? In his grade level, Jet is already expected to attain specific competences and skills. However, due to his reading deficiency, it hinders him to do so. Hi Jet! How are you? Are you doing good or are you fine? Do you have problem or any? Jet, do you still remember our last discussion? Okay, good. It is good that you still remember those topics. Okay, so Jet, I want you to know that I have noticed that you have this difficulty in identifying these letters. So do you know these most common confusing letters that we have already discussed in the last discussion? Okay, good. So it is the B, P, Q, and D letters. So expected that after this week lesson, it will enhance your ability, your knowledge, and it will lessen your confusion in these letters. Okay, so before we will start with our lesson proper, our activities and assessments, I want to share with you our objectives. Okay, so at the end of a 1-week class, the student will be able to, or you will be able to, first, distinguish common confusing letters through guessing activity. Number 2, enhance ability to recognize confusing letters through giving analogy. And third, exhibit enthusiasm in reading containing the letter reversal to a read aloud activity. Jet, did you get my point? Or did you want me to emphasize more to you? Okay, so let's tackle these objectives one by one so that you will understand the 3 objectives that will be expected throughout and in the end of our lesson. Jet, are you ready? Okay, good. Let's proceed to our first lesson objective. Okay. In order to distinguish the common confusing letters such as the P, Q, D, and P, I included guessing activity in the motivation area wherein I am going to give a cut-out of letters B, D, P, and Q, which is made of variety of textured surfaces per letters to my student. So, I will teach you that by using your pointer finger of your most dominant hand. Okay, Jet, what is your most dominant hand? Is it your right hand or is it your left hand? Is it your right pointer finger or your left pointer finger? Okay. So you will trace the letter that I am going to sound out. I will let you to practice it until you can easily write the specific letter that I am going to choose to focus first. Okay, so what are these letters, Jet? Okay, Jet, let's practice first to trace these letters in the air. Okay, how do you write letter P? Okay, this one. Okay, so letter B. Da. Letter D. Okay, good. And the last one is letter Q. And that. Okay, very good. I will let you, Jet, to practice it until you can easily write the specific letter that I am going to choose to focus first. Okay? So when you are ready to move on to a new letter, I will choose a different textured surface again. Practice it until you will memorize or familiarize this letter even without my help. Jet, I have also here a checklist that will monitor your progress throughout the lesson. So let's proceed to our number 2 lesson objective. In my lesson 2 objective, in order to recognize common confusing letters, another activity is that through giving analogy. Okay? Jet, do you know what is analogy? Okay, you don't have any idea. By the way, analogy is a great way to introduce letters to the student because it has a picture that corresponds to the letter. For example, Jet, what is a thing that corresponds to the letter B? Ball. Okay, that's good. Another one. The letter P. Pig. Okay, that's good. Okay, Jet. Letter reversal is a common problem to young graders or to you, wherein they write letters backwards or upside down. It is also called a mirror writing. Okay, I will project the letter B, P, Q, and D one by one to you, Jet. To every letter, I will show a corresponding picture so that you will easily understand. I will read the letter first, then we'll share the analogies to prevent letter confusion. Okay, Jet, say for example, letter B is made up of 2 shapes, a bat and a ball. Using the tactile surface, I will demonstrate how to write the bat part of the letter first, followed by the ball. As you can see in the PowerPoint, it has the picture of a bat, it is the straight line, and the ball, it is inside the curved line of the B. So Jet, in order to familiarize easy the B letter, you only need to familiarize that the straight line is the bat. Okay? And the curved line is the ball. First, you grab the bat, the straight line, and you hit the ball, the curved line. You need to practice the motion and chant many times over a 2-minute period. We will need to repeat it several times a day in order for you to familiarize or memorize this chant and motion. Did you know, Jet, that with the help of this motion and chant, you will easily recall the sound of the letter B and how you will going to write and read it. So you can see in the PowerPoint, there is a picture of a bed. Okay? In the head part, you can see or you can imagine that is a B letter. Okay? And in the tail part, you can imagine it as a D letter. Another one, the P and the Q. For you to easily remember the P and the Q letter, you only need to remember that P corresponds to a prince and Q corresponds to a queen. Okay? P, prince. The prince is talking to the queen. The queen is talking to the prince. It's like P talking to the Q and Q talking to the P. Did you get me? Okay, good. Jet, how do you write letter B? Very good. Okay, so letter Q. Okay, that's good, Jet. Before we will proceed to our last objective, Jet. Okay, I have here a word list that you will answer. So number 1, what is it? It is a ball or it is a doll? Okay, very good. It is a ball. Number 2, it is a bog or it is a dog? Very good. It is a dog. Number 3, it is a bird or it is a bird? Very good. It is a bird. And the last one, is it a big or it is a dig? It's okay. So the right answer is dig. You are digging something. It is not a big. And the last one, it is a duck or it is a buck? Very good. It is a duck. So, Jet, get 1/4 sheet of paper and answer this activity in just 10 minutes. Don't worry, I will assure you that this activity is very easy. Once you are done, you can pass your paper in front. Lastly, in my lesson 3 objectives, in order to exhibit enthusiasm in reading containing the letter reversal, the student is tasked to participate in a read aloud activity. Jet, I have here a short passage containing common confusing letters. Again, what are those? Very good! Don't worry, Jet, because I will provide a guide in order to avoid phonological confusion, and I will give copies to you. Jet, listen. I will first read the text, emphasizing each word that starts with the common confusing letters. After I will read, you will read the same text, Jet, but it is tape and time. Okay. Once you are done, I will play and we will listen together to your recording and we will identify the mistakes you committed. After listening, you will read the text again, but it is going to be faster. You will be taped with your performance with a video recorder. Once it is done, I will assess your fluency in reading the words common confusing letters. I have also here another checklist that I will compare to your first reading session if it does have any improvement. We will be practicing this activity for a week to make sure that you will learn how to improve your reading skills. Am I clear, Jet? Do you have any questions, clarifications, or violent reactions? You can also suggest what you think it is easy for you. If none, let's proceed to our reading session. I will go first and will read it twice. Once I am done, it is your turn. Okay, good. The B and the D wrap. B's and D's, we're going to put them in bed. No need to mix them up, I said. When you think of a B, think about a baseball. You start with a bat, then you add the ball. Make a B, a bat, and a ball. When you think of a D, start drumming really quick. You draw your drum first, then add your drumstick. Make a D, a drum, and a drumstick. B's and D's, we're going to put them to bed. No need to mix them up, I said. The next one, the P and the Q song. Don't worry, Jet, we will not sing it, but we will just read it, okay? A pickle and a pizza. A pickle and a pizza. That's how to make a P. A pickle and a pizza. A quail and a quill. A quail and a quill. That's how to make a Q. A quail and a quill. Okay, Jet, your turn. Okay, Jet, are you enjoying our activities, our assignments, and our lesson for today? Okay, that's good. So expect that we will going to repeat it for a week in order for you to easily memorize and familiarize and to avoid confusion with these letters. Am I clear, Jet? Do you have any questions, clarifications, or violent reactions? You can also suggest what you think it is easy for you. Okay, none? If none, I believe that would be all. Thank you, Jet, for cooperating for today's topic, and see you again on our next class. Bye! So through these remedial techniques and strategies, it will be a great help for Jet on how to overcome his fear, anxiety, and confusion in letter reversal. That's why I have learned something while doing my lesson plan. We, as teachers, don't have the rights to judge our students based on his performance or behavior inside the classroom. We really don't know what he's going through in his life, and the only thing we can do for him is to teach him, make him feel that despite of everything, we as teachers should be his second parent that is willing to teach and has patience doing it. Though it might be sound simple for others, however, the impact of our teaching to this kind of students is very life-changing. Thank you for watching my video presentation and demonstration. By the way, my name is Shaira Pitak Bobo, and this is my final exam in ELT 325 Remedial Instruction with a code of 8225. Thank you and God bless.